Okay.
And so, yes.
I think the stream restarted too for a second. Okay. Everything looks like it's working. But yeah.
But as Scratch reads that, like he doesn't do anything outwardly that would draw attention, but he's very angry, and he vows if he ever sees that son of a bitch again, it'll be the last time that man breathes.
And uh, you see Scratch walking into this bar. Amanda, would you like to describe your character as an adult to us, please?
Seeing that I read mostly the same description as her as a child,
Might as
I'll do that.
You know, that was a while ago. You can do it again.
A while ago, we'll do it, yeah. So you see this woman sitting there. She has a drink. She's kind of, you can tell she's not so much drinking it as she is staring into, the mug of ale. Deep in thought. She has slate black, long hair. It's a little dark in here, but when the light hits it just right, you see little streaks of navy that pop through. It's contrasting to her alabaster skin. She has deep emerald eyes that glisten with untold truths. A little smirk of knowledge playing on her lips. However, a calming aura knits around her, and on her clothes she has hand-stitched embroidered flowers that decorate her blouse, and she's wrapped in a tight corset of brown leathers, complementing her leather, breeches, and knee-high boots held together with buckles.
Yeah, so Fox, you see this very kind of strange looking man. What does Scratch look like these days?
The Scratch, you can tell he's wearing some sort of like leather vest with some like buckles and things. He's got a big like overcoat, duster style coat on, and he does have a scarf that comes up like basically to just below his eyes. A hat that covers most of him. He's either clearly trying to hide his face, or has been trying to keep the dust and everything out of his eyes. And you see he walks with a slight limp, but he just looks like someone who's been around. He is tired. You just get the impression that looking at him, he's just tired.
Fox will usher to the bartender to, obviously, he needs a drink. So she'll just put her finger up, like, hey.
Yeah, they bring like a little like shot glass of half full of whiskey over to you.
Not so much say anything, just kind of sitting there, waiting to see.
Scratch looks over at her and, thank you, ma'am, but I can buy my own drink.
Yeah, just because you can doesn't mean you should have to. You look like you might need it tonight.
Yeah,
And then she'll hold her drink up kind of like a cheers and drink hers down.
He, puts his finger to the brim of his cap and gives it a little nod, and he picks up the drink and slides the bandana down just enough to clear his mouth and drinks it, puts the bandana up and the shot glass down.
All right, and we are going to pause right there, and we're going to flash back a little bit. Fox, after you grew up in the Mercy Heart Children's Home, and after some time you kind of got to an age where they're like, all right, you need to get out of here, right? And so you and Hugh Grant, not Hugh Grant. Rufus Hugh. You and Rufus
we called him
Hugh.
Rupert in the last one, so it was Rufus, but I think we switched it to Rupert. So that's fine. Because you called him Rupert all your last episodes.
Did I? My bad.
It's really fine. I like that
It's
name too.
Rufus.
Like it's oh, it is okay. I was like, I
That's
just
the
thought you
name you
changed it to
gave me
Rupert,
was
and I was like,
Rufus.
that's cool.
Yeah. But the two of you, being the best of friends, make your way from Mercy Heart out into the big world and find yourselves in Port Pearl. Um, Hugh has a bit of a rough time staying out of trouble, like he always has, and uh, one day, Hugh's kind of, he comes to you and he says, Fox, and like when he shows up, like he's a little worse for wear. You can see that he's been kind of roughed up, and he says, "Oh man, Fox, I think I got myself into a bit of a pickle."
It won't be the first, won't be the last. What can I do?
Well, I I kind of I got myself in kind of deep with this casino, this underground casino they've been going to, and
Told you stay away from those, Hugh.
I know I just I thought I was feeling lucky, and I thought I could do it this time, um, but
Never lucky, Hugh. You know that by now.
it has to break eventually. My luck has to turn around at some point.
In the cards yet.
Uh, well, it's funny you mentioned the cards. See, I kind of told, you know, told these guys about you and your talents, and well, the boss guy, they call him Luciano. He has an idea of how I could maybe clear up some of my debts, and basically he has like, he wants you to work like a cart out in like the city, doing your readings and scamming people and stuff like you like to do, and but also fencing some like stolen items and stuff like that that his crews might acquire, and other stuff like that around the city. uh don't suppose you'd be okay with running racket for a while, in doing those things to help me out a bit.
Well, damn it, Hugh. You know I'll always help you out on these things. I just wish you'd listen to me for once.
I know.
But
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, Fox. It just it just
well,
kind of happened.
I mean, let's be honest. No work here is honest. So, I mean, I'm always there for you, Hugh. I'll always be there. So just point me in the direction. I got your back. You've
And,
always had mine, so it's the least I could do.
and we cut to a few days later. Fox, you are standing out in the street, standing next to your new cart. And I actually think it needs to be a little bit bigger than that. That looks better. Um, that's too big? How big is a cart? A cart is large size. That's right. Okay. And Jinx is climbing all over it and checking things out, and it's a really nice cart. It's filled with all the bells and whistles that you need to do, your thing, and
Machines and
yeah,
wind chimes and lights,
all sorts.
candles, incense, all you can want.
Yeah, exactly. All of the kinds of
Well, Hugh, not as fast, it could be.
yeah. Um, and as you're kind of like, checking out the cart and, doing like kind of getting set up for like kind of like your first day, you see Hugh coming up with these two gentlemen. One is a short goblin that has this fedora on and this necktie and white suit, and the other is an elf with this black slick back hair, very pressed, perfect suit, with these black eyes. And Rufus brings them up to you and introduces you to them and says, "Hey, Fox, this is Xander Greed and Mr. Luciano."
I've only heard the best things about you. Pleasure's all mine, I'm sure.
Yeah, you're meeting the boss. The pleasure better be yours. You see Xander say, and you see Luciano just kind of like shuts him up with like just like a motion of his hand, where he's just like, shut up. And he walks up to you, and this elf, he's not like a big, intimidating man, but he has this presence that is scary. Like he is a dangerous man. Um, and as he walks up to you, you see his eyes feel like they're just like boring into like your soul. Like there's something evil about this man, but you can't like quite put your finger on it. And when he speaks to you, like there's almost like it feels cold around you almost. And he says, "I've been around for a long time." Oh, that's not how he talks. Hold on, one second.
It's okay, my heart's racing because I'm already scared of him, so this will be fun.
He says, I've been around for a long time, and I've seen those who can truly use the cards, and those who only pretend to use the cards. I wonder, which are you?"
What do I look like?
I asked you a question. I want to know, do you believe you possess this power?
Well, you have to be able to believe as long as you use it, right?
Hmm.
She's gonna kind of like, she has her like arms kind of crossed, but you can see she's like fiddling with one of the embroidered flowers on her thing and nervousness. Like she's clearly intimidated by this guy, but she's also trying to keep a tough face out there because she knows Hugh's standing right there.
Um, as this interaction is happening, you see a man come out of the nearby bar, um, and he catches Luciano's attention, and he kind of shouts over to him, and you hear him say, "Howitzer, I find myself in need of your assistance. Come here." And this man like looks over and instantly, makes his way towards Mr. Luciano, and he says, "Hey, boss, what do you need?" And he says, "I need you to sit here and let this woman read your future."